I can't wait till my past stop getting ahead of me. I can't wait till I really start walking in my true calling. I can't wait till all my craziness stop capping my kids' capacity. I can't wait to hear God's voice. I can't wait to really let all this pain go that's holding me back. What you waiting on?
Man, I can't wait till I can be closer to my kids. I can't wait till I can be financially free. I can't wait till my business takes off. God, when is this going to happen, man? What are you waiting for? Yo, what's going on, BroTalk Nation? Yo, tonight, man. Hey, we coming back for another one. I'm telling y'all, this one right here, we've been holding this one back. So I know we haven't been here in the past couple of weeks because we've been preparing for this mini series, and I'm telling y'all, it's about to go straight down. Hey, if you didn't catch the last episode, please go back and check it out because that one definitely led us to this mini series. That one definitely had a lot of gems, a lot of juice, a lot of power from God, and he really truly spoke on that one. And hey, excuse me, if you're out there, please be sure to check out. Please go ahead, if you're on YouTube, hit the subscription button, hit the like button, hit the bell so you can get all our up-to-date videos when we drop new episodes. But man, tonight, woo, it's about to be hot. We coming in and sit on your couch. When I say we about to pull up and get real personal, I mean, we forget the social distance. We coming all in your spot tonight. All right. So, hey, man, I'm going to turn it over to my brother, Jarmarcus. Let's get it, bro.
Man, it's about to feel good to say this right now. What's up, BroTalk Nation, dog? What's going on? Man, how have I missed y'all, man? It's been a joyful time away. And I'm saying that reluctantly because we had some testimonies, some mess that led to messages. But in all words, man, you got to give up glory to God and just say, man, it has been joyful to be away because we came and we got a word for y'all tonight. First and foremost, man, glory be to God. Thank you for everything he's doing. I hope he's doing wonderful things in your life. And if he not, that means you need to go get in the prayer room even more. Second, man, I just really want to wish and give prayers for everybody out there in New Orleans, in Louisiana, for the hurricane that's down there. We're praying for everybody. Hey, and I got family down there, so I'm praying for anybody who has family down there. Hey, let us know if you need anything on BroTalk Nation, prayers, donations, anything like that. Just let us know. We're trying to really get help out there, really looking to shout out Trey and the ABN gang out there in Houston, always stepping up for the relief gang. So I just wanted to, give homage and just let everybody know in New Orleans we're playing for them for the hurricane. But hey, here we go. E, I'm telling you right now, you said it best. On this podcast, in this series we in right now, there is no social distance. We coming to get close and personal because God is coming to get close and personal with us. And I just feel that God has a breakthrough for somebody in this series that we in right now. If you saw that video, man, shout out to E, Young Denzel, for that performance that he kicked off, man. I'm telling you, when we were shooting the video, I did not know he was about to come strong like that. I had to redo my video because I felt like I didn't step up, man. My acting was down, so it took a while for me to shoot mine. But hey, if you paid attention to that video, man, those things that we said we were waiting on were very close. Mine was personal. I know E was personal, but if you did not know, BroTalk series, BroTalk Nation, we are in a series called The Waits. We are in this series called The Wait. We don't know how long this going to last. This may last until 2023. I don't know. We're just going to go with what God is giving us. And tonight, we about to give y'all probably a good strong 6 hours of ministry. So just hang on with us, all right? Now, we're going to go as long as God got us going. But we're in this series called The Wait. And tonight, we are in part 1. And we're talking about throw some D's on it. And I know for old schools, for old heads, anybody in the 2000 was music was just hitting and you had one hit wonders, that title means something to you. There was a dude from Alabama that came up with this song called, whatever, throw some D's on it. And it's so crazy because we're talking about it and we're going to show you how the enemy, while in your wait, is throwing some D's at you. And we're going to give you some of those. We're going to give you some of those right there. Rich boy, like my wife said, rich boy, we're going to give you some of those, what he's doing. So I want to start this off by saying, like, I got a question to ask right off the rip. How many of you who are like me are waiting on something from God? How many of y'all are waiting on something from God? That could be financial stability. It could be a spouse, a better relationship, a promotion, a healing, a calling, or anything. How many of y'all are waiting on something for God? Like every day you wake up, you're like, oh, did it happen? Oh, at the end before you go to sleep, it didn't happen again, but I'm waiting. You're really living in the Bible verse, Psalms 27:14, where it says, I patiently wait on the Lord. How many of y'all are sitting there waiting on something from God, right? The crazy thing is we try every day to follow Psalms 27:14 by patiently waiting, but it ain't easy, right? It's the tough part. And that tough part of the wait is where we insert the wrong letters. I. We insert the I or the M-E. When we get impatient in the waiting is when we insert the I and the M. I was writing down notes and I came to find out when I was writing the word impatient, have you ever noticed the first 2 letters of impatient is I'm? So in impatience or in, being impatient, you're already talking about what you're doing. The first 2 letters is I'm. So I'm impatient in the wait. And this is where the enemy throws the D's at us, right? This is where the enemy is coming to get us when we now put ourselves in the wait game, right? When we say, you know what? I'm tired of waiting. Right? I'm tired of waiting, God. Think about anytime you order something off Amazon, and my boy E loves to give this reference. Like when we order something off Amazon, we checking it. We're checking the tracking. Hey, man. All right. Well, they said they shipped it. All right. Now it's shipped. All right. Now it's in Kentucky. All right. Now it's in San Antonio. Oh, man. What's this delay about now? Right. You're tracking and you're checking the package. And the crazy thing is it makes you even more upset when you pay for expedite shipping. That's so crazy. And this is how we do with our blessings. God, I pay for expedite shipping because I saved the prayer. I paid for expedite shipping because I did good deeds. So this blessing that should be coming with expedited shipping because I paid for it, God. You heard that word? I paid for it. I did the work to get that blessing faster. You can't track what God is about to bring you. You cannot track the blessing that is on the way, right? I don't even want to get into the preaching. I don't even want to get into the preaching yet, but I got to. When you think about how the Israelites were in the wilderness, right, for 40 years, right? They got there, they got freed, and then they had to wait in the wilderness for 40 years. Some people may think, well, man, that's crazy. Why did they have to wait when they are the ones who got freed? Don't miss the part where, they probably wasn't waiting 40 years in the wilderness for no reason. Maybe God was trying to get 40 years of being a slave out of them in the wait. See, you got to turn around and understand and let that sink in a little bit. It took 40. God had to take 40 years to get the slave up out of them. So while whatever you're doing, the weight that you're in, maybe it's God trying to get something up out of you so the blessing that's coming to you can be fulfilled. See, if God gives you what you're waiting for too soon and it ain't been fixed up in you, it's only the blessing is just going to get used wrong. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a living testimony in that. I got something and I got it too fast because I went out and got it. And God said, you wasn't ready for that yet. So now I got to take it from you because you only using it and not my calling. You're not using what I gave you in the way that I was meant for you to use it. And that's what happened with the Israelites. That's why they went in that wilderness for 40 years, because God was working in them and working something up out of them. I'm going to stop right there, boss. I'm going to give a pause, bro, to turn it over to you right there, bro.
Hey, I told you we coming to be no social distance with this podcast tonight. We are
None.
in your face, straight to you. Hey, listen, man, this weight, we get lost in this weight. We get stuck in this weight, right? And too often, like, we think we deserve stuff because we waited.
That's good. That's good.
So entitled in the wait that you miss all the important stuff in the wait. So understand that your wait is where you win at.
Oh, I like that.
God got for you. See,
I like that.
Don't look at the wait as like, man, it ain't got here yet. Look at the wait as, man, this is that personal one-on-one time where God is trying to speak to me before the blessing gets here.
I like that.
He's trying to speak to me before the storm gets here, because with blessings come storm, right? So you got to understand, man, this weight, this build up, like, man, if we were to, I was watching this this documentary called The Secret, right? If you ever read this book called The Secret, it's all about manifestation. And one of the people that was on there was talking about, if we thought something, right? Because our thoughts become things. If we thought about something and it instantly popped in our hand, we wouldn't know what to do with it, right? I don't know about y'all, but have y'all ever been watching like a video, a funny video, and you thought about, man, what if an alligator was sitting in my house? And then what if the alligator popped up? It was right by your leg. What would you do? You understand? So like, you can't understand. You got to wait on this thing. See, God gave you the vision. God gave you the thought. God gave you the idea to start manifesting this stuff. But you got to understand, in the wait, this is where you get your instruction. This is where you get the order of how things are supposed to go. This is where you get all the important stuff. See, we overlook that part. See, none of that is important because that's the boring stuff. Because we so tied to the pain, the hurt, the waiting, that we don't even see the goodness of what God is doing. See, you got to wait for the formation of the thing in order to appreciate the wait.
Yes, indeed, bro. Hey,
let's go.
That was so good, bro. You said, I like how you put that all in perspective, man. And I hope everybody caught on to that, man, because that's so important. Like, what happens in the wait, man. That I'm gonna tell you right now, in the wait game, you're gonna get punched, right? You're gonna get punched. You're gonna get stung. You're gonna get hit. It's in the waiting game, and that's why we're opening it up in this part right now to tell you what happens in the waiting, right? So I wanted to show, like, before I got into like what happens in the wait, I wanted to talk about like, why is the wait, like, why is it important to wait? Like, why is it so important? And the only way I can show that is to show you why God think it's important to wait. See, the reason why waiting is so important. Think about if God rushed on you. Think about if God rushed on you. And we could start it way back, because my brother E had me listening to this pastor that went all the way back to Genesis and broke down Genesis for us in a brand new view. And I'm not even going to dive into that so much, but like, my notes don't say this, but like, think about if God rushed in making us in the beginning. Like, just think about if he rushed and just got to sand and built us up, but skipped the part where he blew inside of us and a part of him became us. And let's say he rushed and forgot that part, and then we went on. That effect would have started a ripple effect the entire way down. That means that so much wouldn't have happened. Like, right? That means that we would not be an image of our God. That means that we would not have this love to be able to fight off sin. That means we wouldn't know and have a personal contact with God, even when we're going through sin, even when we're getting with pain and trauma and all these things. That's why you have an instant a call, a pull in your life that no matter what you're going through, something pulls you to do good because God is inside of you. Think about if he would have rushed and wouldn't have did that and wouldn't have blew inside of you. Look what you have been missing all your life. You would have been going through hell after hell after hell after hell. You wouldn't even believe in the verse that trouble don't last that long. You wouldn't have hope that I'm going to come out of something. You wouldn't have these things in you. Just think about if you would have rushed in the beginning. And then let me tell you what I wrote down. What I wrote down about him rushing is, think about if he would rush now. The Bible tells us that Jesus is coming back at some point. Nobody knows the hour or the day. Think about if God just say, you know what, forget it all. That happened. Boom. I'm sending Jesus back now. How many of us would be looking like, I'm not ready? Like, whoa. I'm not ready. You know what? The timing's off. I wasn't tracking that I was supposed to be doing this. God, you didn't say that this was supposed to be expedited. I didn't read that part in the Bible, right? Think about if God rushed the timeline. How many of y'all would be ready to be like, okay, I'm good? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to raise my hand. I wouldn't be ready. Right? 2 Peter 3:9 tells us exactly about that, right? It literally says, but you must not forget this one thing, dear friends. A day is like 1,000 years to the Lord, and 1,000 years is like a day. So God looks at time like, I don't look at time how y'all are looking at time. I'm a redeemer. So anything you lost in those thousands years, I can give it to you in a day. Any of those that love that you didn't have growing up without a father, I can give you it in a day by giving you a son that's going to love you and give you a chance to love him like you wasn't loved. That's what he does as a redeemer. All that money that you lost and that bad relationship with that business partner, I can give you back there in the day by giving you a community that's going to show you and make your money last even longer and give it to you abundantly. See, God is looking like thousands of years don't mean nothing to me. I give it back to you in a day. He then goes on and said, the Lord isn't really being slow about his promise. He's not being slow about his promise. He's not being slow about what he's promising you while you're waiting. No. God is not being slow. He's being careful. God is he has a strategy. That's what he's doing. See, God is looking further than what you look. The Bible said his understanding, we can't even fathom. So he's already moving and all this. I'm watching a series right now on Disney with Marvel called What If. It's about different universes and timelines, and they're giving different stories about what happened in Marvel if Captain America was not Captain America and all this. See, God is saying, he's looking above and saying, you know what? If Jarmarcus goes this way, I'm going to do this and make him come back this way. If he goes this way, I got a plan to get him back on track. We talked about how God is our GPS, right? God is already 19 steps ahead of us. That's why the Bible says he orders our steps. We don't follow him, even though we're supposed to, but the steps are already ordered. See, if our steps are ordered and they're going straight, return left, the steps don't erase. They just stay that way, and he just brings you back on them. So he's not being slow. He just has a strategy. Then it says, no, he is being patient for your sake. Ooh. That hurt. So God is not up here being so-called slow as we think for him. He doing this for us because he told us, y'all don't know the hour when I'm coming back. The only
Mm.
reason I ain't gave you nothing yet, because I already looked ahead and saw when I give you those 100 likes on Instagram, you was gonna let it go to your head and start
Come
saying,
on now.
"Hey, this is me. I got
Come
this."
on
You
now.
was gonna already start acting like Saul and get ahead of your
Yeah.
blessing. Jesus,
Yeah.
when God tells you, "Hey, don't do that yet. Wait on Him," and you say, "Nah, I got them 100 likes. I'm gonna go ahead and start that business. I'm gonna go ahead and get in this relationship, even though you already told me that this ain't the one. I'm gonna go ahead
Uh-huh.
and slide in DMs, even though I'm not supposed to, because I
Yes,
got a
sir.
little status and fame." And then he's doing that for your sake. Because if he called the hour right then and there, some of us would not be ready for the call. Some of us would be like, "Hello, you on the way where? Wrong number, no oblique." You hanging up. You hanging up instantly. You know what? Matter of fact, you
Yeah.
got the wrong number in house. Yeah,
Mm.
you hanging up. Then it literally says he doesn't want anyone to be destroyed, but he wants everyone to repent. If nobody understand that, you need to go read that, because that's all about the wait. That's all about what we're supposed to be doing in the wait. God is not trying to rush, because he's trying to give you a chance to get your stuff together. He's trying to get you a chance to repent, which we talked about. Repent just means turn. He's just trying to get you to
Mm.
turn. Right now, we all going this way, and he's trying to get you to turn. Come on, bro. We early.
I told y'all we coming to hit
We
you in your
early.
mouth, man. We coming to hit you. Hey, listen, man. Everything my brother just said, that was all living water. You don't drink none of that. Something, man. Look, you need to go. I don't know what you need to do at this point. I'm gonna just hit on some things that you talked about, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Go
God,
ahead, bro.
my God. So, hey, man, let me ask y'all a question. I'm gonna come with something tangible that y'all can see, because I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to think simple when it comes to God, because God breaks things down in my mind. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna give you a couple scenarios when it comes to the weight, and I need you to ask yourself, like, well, I think that's something we should wait on, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
if you ever had surgery, would you want your surgeon to rush the surgery?
Nah, dog.
All right, cool. Hey, when you went to Philly after the surgery, would you want to just get him back with a chance that you can potentially hurt yourself again?
Nah.
Okay, all right.
I'd answer
So
no there.
for all my foodies out there, right? You go out to a restaurant, right? And you want to get some of that nice chicken, right? If they cook the chicken too fast, would you eat it? Because
Nah.
I don't think, like, I don't know about you, but when I started my young cooking days as a little kid, I used to turn the burners up high, right? And if I turn the burners up high, that means I cut the time down. Meaning that in my mind, if I turn it up, it'll cook faster. See, I'm rushing the process.
Man, dog. Come on, bro. Give it to him tangible,
See,
bro.
see, you got to understand that God is mixing ingredients together how they supposed to go. Your life is already laid out for you, right? All you got to do is follow the recipe. But
Yeah.
see, one thing about food, when you cooking it and you don't follow the recipe, it don't feel right. It don't taste right. It can make you
Mm.
sick. It can hurt you, right? So
Yeah.
if God is sitting up here saying, all right, at this point in time, he is on the path of destruction. Let me speak to him the way I know how to speak to my son and give him this dream of his flesh burn, right? And then he is going to turn from the things that he used to do. He's not going to turn all the way, but he's going to turn and going to slightly come back this way. See, the thing about when you on a straight line, right? Have you ever been falling asleep driving, and what I'm saying, all it takes is a slight turn to get back straight? See, God is the same way. We talked about this on the last episode. He's your GPS. See, you're going straight and then you turn, right? Because you're repenting from the things that you used to do. See, you're on your own course and he's turning you back to your course.
Mm.
But see, understand that your steps are already ordered. That's what my brother just told y'all.
Man.
But see, you have to follow that direction. When you follow your own directions and not listen to Siri, Google Maps, or Waves, you get lost. That's why we out here. This weight is it's the weight is part of you getting instruction to
Yeah.
move to the next level. The weight is part of you getting to the blessing that you've been asking for. God already knows the cares of our heart. That's Bible right there. He knows the cares of your heart. But he said one thing in the Bible before he can bless you with the thing that you're waiting for. He said, seek first my kingdom, and all things will be added on to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If you're not seeking the kingdom and you're just seeking you, what is he gonna add to? See,
Oh,
he can't add to nothing that you see. Man, thank you, Holy Spirit. He can't add nothing to you that wasn't part of taken away from you. See, in order for you to
ooh.
get that blessing, something that God has to purge out of you has to be taken away. So if you try to stuff too much of something into a person, it's not gonna turn out the way it's supposed to.
Man, you gotta say that again. You gotta say that again. You got to say that again, man. I felt that one in my
See,
spirit, man.
we too focused on getting. See, it's something that got to be cut away from you. That's why you waiting. It has to be cut away from you in order for new to come.
Mm.
Like go back to Mr. Like Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi when they was cutting on the bonsai tree. See, you gotta chip away at some of them leaves that's connected to you. Some of
Prune
that
it.
bad stuff that has grown out of you, it has to be cut away. And then
Prune it.
when it's
Yeah.
cut away, now you can get that new growth. For the ladies, y'all know when y'all cut y'all edges, you get that new growth. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. God just wants you
Man.
to wait, man.
Man, dog. Hey, there was a lot in what you said, man. I hope everybody caught on. That last part was very, very, very like strong in my spirit, man. You were talking about like pruning, man, like pruning the like leaves off a tree, man. Like nothing can come new if nothing's cut away, man. You got to give it time to grow, man. That was so big, man. And you went back and you talked about like physical therapy and not rushing like surgery and physical therapy. You got to understand everything that he was describing, those tangible things. If you do it too fast, you're gonna get hurt. Like if you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna not rush. Like the healing process is not gonna get done in any of those. Like physical therapy, if you rush it, your bone may not get healed correctly. And the crazy thing is, that's good for some of us. That's good enough. And I'm one of them. That's good enough.
Mm.
If I can walk, then I'm good. But the bone
Right.
ain't healed all the way. And let me turn that a little bit Bible wise. You get hurt in trauma, I can
Mm.
still walk, but I'm not healed all the way. And the crazy
Yes,
thing is, when you're not healed all the way, it affects others. When you're not
man.
healed all the way, it
Come on,
affects
bro.
others. Like you got to think about it. Let's say you broke your leg, your right leg. You went to physical therapy. You said that was enough,
Yeah.
and you said it was enough, and you could walk, but you had a limp to your walk. So then you put more weight on your left leg, which caused your left
Man.
leg to have what? Stress from all the weight because the weight is unbalanced. See,
Mm.
now you turn it into like life, and let's say you in a marriage and you're not healed from trauma that you went through. So now you skip therapy, you skip talking to God in your secret place, you skip all this. I can walk in my spiritual walk, but I'm not healed. So now I put extra stress on my left side, my helpmate, and now it's unbalanced. And now you have an unbalance in your marriage. You can turn that to anything you want to. If you rush the process, in the healing, something is gonna get stressed out and something is gonna get imbalanced. See, in that waiting time, bro, this is why the waiting is so important. It ain't this ain't even the episode on this one, and this is about to be in this whole series on why the wait is important, because something is gonna come in balance, bro. You broke that down intangible, bro, and I gotta let you know, like, that touched my spirit. But I want to dive in right now because I gotta tell y'all, we gotta get on the offensive side. We gotta let y'all know
Mm.
what's about to
Oh,
happen. A lot of
yeah.
times as Christians and some of the non-believers, we always on the defense. We always doing things after the storm has arrived. Like, right now, and I don't even want to bring it like this. The city of New Orleans were preparing for the storm already. Why? Because they already been through something that tore up before. They already know how it feels to be there. In our lives, we're the same way. We need to start preparing prior to the storm getting there. And that preparing is getting in the Bible, getting those instructions, praying when things are not just good, but praying when things are good and bad. You need to be saying, God, hey, listen, I know something coming, because the Bible tells me a storm is on the way. The Bible in Matthew says storms are coming. They coming, but you got to know what type of house you built on, but they're coming, right? So
that's good.
I need you to understand, and why the title is called Throw Some D's on It is because the devil is going to do three things in this wait. And I'm telling you, I found this out firsthand these past 2 weeks. The devil is going to do these three things. He's going to try to distract you. He's going to try to delay, and then he's going to try to destroy. Those are the D's that the devil is going to throw at you in this waiting. If you are not close to God, he's going to try to distract you. He's going to try to delay, and then he's going to try to destroy, right? Man, that's good. That's like good to know what the enemy is doing while we're waiting. Why is that so important? It's so important so you know how to put on your offensive. So you know how to put on your X and O's to be like, here we go. Let me try to get some of this at it. Let me try to fix this out, right? And I wanted to break down what each one of these men. Like, thank you, Shay, for saying discourage as well. That's another D he'll throw at you, right? He'll try to get these right. We had this whole story last episode on Job. We did an entire podcast on Job. At the end of the podcast, me and my brother E was like, oh, killed it. Like, we killed it. We like, oh man, we murdered it. We done read this so many times. We done figured Job out. We good. What happens? What happens right after that? God sent a test my way that I can't even explain, that almost tore up everything. And we're about to be humble. We about to be open. We about to be transparent on this thing. The community I have around me now is a community that is only God brought. I know it because it then went through some things that has not been destroyed. And if you don't know nothing can destroy something that God has built. It can try to rattle it. It can try to shake it. That's why the Bible says make sure your house is built on rock, because a storm can come through. It can shake, but it won't break. So I have a community around me with E, my wife, Moore and Ash and all these that are God brought, right? That I know that if I go to one of them, I can get a word that needs to be for me that brings me back to God. That's how you know you got a good community. We talked about it on one podcast about the man who was laying there and the people picked him up and they went on top of the roof and just threw him down. They was like, nah, bro, we got to get you to Jesus, right? That's the kind of community I have around me. At work, you don't have, not even at work, in Christian life, when people see light in you that's shining, when people see that you're starting to turn, you're starting to be great, you're going to get haters. You're going to get haters sometimes. You're going to get people that want to step on what you're doing to try to get themselves up. You're going to get people who are trying to be better because they are down. And that's okay in life, and that's all right. But I had some things happen to me that triggered some things in the past of me. I had some things that tried to show the world who I used to be. That's what happened. Like, I had somebody try to tell me that a relationship between me and my good friend wasn't good. It was something that was not right. And you know what's crazy? The part of me, the flesh that was digging at me was, hold on, wait a minute. That's not what this is. This is perfect. This is God-given relationship. I promise. This is not who I am. This is the first time where I have a relationship with somebody with the only thing I'm trying to do is either get God out of it or bring God to me. So the flesh me was ready to get revenge. And we know the Bible says, well, Jesus said, hey, vengeance is not yours. Like, I don't need you to go fight any battle for me. If that was the case, y'all have been did it a long time ago. So God already got those things set. But me, The old me was ready to be like, nah, bro, this ain't right. And I was ready to fight off everything. And what was so crazy about it was it not only triggered something in me, it triggered something in my helpmate and my spouse. Because what the devil was doing, this was his distraction phase.
Yes,
This is
sir.
what he was doing. See, the community had just came and we had a conference call talking about this weight series, this nice video we was about to do, all these things we was about to do. We was about to release all this. And then, boom, the storm came. And the devil said, hold on, wait a minute. They usually just do a podcast. Now they trying to do producing videos and getting people set up and putting mainstream. Nah. That's too much. That's too much. I need to shake some things up. Let me distract them real quick. Let me bring some haters from here, some words from there. Let me whisper in their ear on some things to be like, I know this ain't what it looked like, but ain't this kind of something you seen before? You might want to do something about it. You might want to do something about it. You need to say something about it. And then the unbalance happened. He distracted right then and there. And all it took was a distraction on my side. I'm going to be real with y'all right now. During those times, I ain't look at my Bible app not one time. I ain't listen to a Christian song at one time. I just rolled in silence. I didn't even want to hear anything about Golly coming at me because I was distracted on trying to fix the problem myself.
Hey, listen, man. Listen.
We just talking about distraction right now.
You can't allow to see, man. When you, this is so good. Coming to you more tangible things to see, right?
Yeah, let's go.
So I was talking to a mentor one time, right? And he said, "Hey, Eric, right?" He said, "Can you see what's behind you?" I was like, "Nah," because I'm looking dead at him, right? He said, "Okay, turn around and look behind you." I said, "Okay." He said, "Now, can you see me in front of you?" I said, "A little bit out of my peripheral." He said, "Okay, you ain't all the way turned around yet." See, this is what the enemy will do. He'll just make you turn a little bit, right? Just so you can take your sight off God, take your focus off your purpose, take your sight off of what God has for you. Just a little bit. I don't even need you to turn all the way, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see you out the peripheral. He said, "Okay, now turn all the way around." I'm like, "Okay, cool." He said, "Now, hey, you're looking at your past. Can you see your future?"
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And I said, "Nah, because everything is complete. My future is this way, and everything's completely behind me. But I'm still walking to my future. I'm still walking to my purpose." But here's the thing. He said, if you was to keep looking back behind you and still walking, you couldn't see the distractions. You couldn't see the dangers that were ahead. You couldn't see the obstacles that were going to be in your way to knock you off track, make you stumble, make you fall. See, this is the distractions that the enemy going to put in front of you.
Yeah.
He going to bring something from way back when who you used to be versus who you now on your journey. Yeah. He going to bring people into your life to try to destroy something that you already got rid of, right? Like we use this analogy from our sister. Like you trying to rob a house that I don't even live in no more. None of that stuff is mine.
Yeah.
So who I used to be, that's what you trying to rob. See, you're trying to speak to who I used to be in my past, but God is speaking to us in our present, telling you, hey, you're more than a conqueror. Hey, you get the victory out of all of this. Don't worry about the distraction. But see, here's the thing about the distractions from the enemy, right? God only allows he only allows a certain amount of things to happen to you that you can handle.
Man, we about to sell it, bro.
See, you can handle. See, you at this level where you like, man, my bro was like, man, I'm distracted. Man, I'm pissed off. Why they trying to do this? And I'm like, hey, man, what do we do now? See, we already know. See, we talked about this on a few podcasts before. See, you repeat cycles when you're waiting. See, you're waiting because there's something that you still haven't learned yet to
Yeah.
get to the next, to get to that blessing, to get to whatever that purpose is. See, you're still waiting. You're still in a cycle because you're going to repeat the same test. See, God wants us to make 100 on the test, not a 92.
Oh, man.
See, a 92 is only 8% more for the enemy to have. See,
Ooh.
God wants all the victory.
Oh. Hey, say, hold on.
All of it.
No, you can't roll past that. Say that one more time, man. They missed that in the back. They missed it. What?
Hey, God don't want you to have a 92 on the test. See, the 8%, the enemy gonna take pride in the 8%.
Oh my God,
you might have won, but I had a little piece of it. See, God said, no, all of this is mine.
Good, bro.
I gave them this. See, when they get to the when I bring them out of the way, they're gonna say my name. They're gonna know where your blessings come from. Not hey, some of this belongs to the devil. No. See, the devil is selfish. That's a selfish spirit because he wants all the praise and the glory, and we give God all the praise for the good, the bad, the test, the storm, and the blessing. Bro, we ain't got time for that. Good. We not 92% believers. We are 100% believing what God gonna do.
Bro, that was fire. Dog, I need y'all to understand that what he just said. If you don't know math, get your calculator out right now. Like he said that he don't need to be 92% because at 8%, that's gonna give glory to the enemy. Whoa, man! Like you know what's crazy? When you hear something and you receive it, you can feel when you receive it, man. Hey, man, thank you, God, on all because I received that word.
Real, I received.
Let me go back to something you said, man, and I'll tie it into what I said earlier about think about if God rushed when He was creating you, right? Mm-hmm. You know why God didn't give us eyes in the back of our head? So we not looking behind us. But think about if He would have rushed and put your eyes behind you. You will see all the people that you pass all the time. You will see the issues that you getting past all the time. You will see every time you stepped over a danger all the time. If your eyes were in the back of your head, you always going to be looking at what you passing up. And God put them in front so you can focus on your destiny. See, everybody may know your issues, but they cannot tell you your destiny. Nobody but God has a word on your destiny. That's why He put your eyes in front so you can always be looking at the steps that He ordered. See, if the eyes were behind you, you looking at the steps you have taken. That's so important.
That's good.
That's why God didn't rush when He created you. He took His time. He was patient to be like, you know what? I don't need to put the eyes up here because if I put them behind them, man, Jarmarcus is always going to be looking at the steps he take. He always going to be like, man, God, I messed up here. So I need to go backwards again so I can fix this step. And God is like, why you keep going backwards to fix your step? Stop worrying about erasing the steps you've already taken and just keep moving forward and take a different step and get back on my path. You cannot erase the things that have already happened. That's why He said that the 1,000 years you keep crying about, that's a day for me. Hey, it's not going. You're not going to be the big
man, bro.
That's so good. Like you just said that, man, and it's so it's so good, man. Another part I want to talk about distractions, man. How easy it is right now to be distracted. I gave you how I was distracted because of a test, but distractions are so easy right now. They so easy. They in your hand right now. They in your hand. How many of y'all have picked up your phone and was like, let me go get some Bible, and your Instagram was still open? Your Snapchat, your TikTok, your whatever was still open, and instead of hitting that Bible, you hit that ground real quick. And now that ground, by looking at the ground, then led you to envy, led you to lust, led you to comparisons. Now, after you got those things in you, now those things led you to a site that you ain't supposed to been on, a page you ain't supposed to been at. See, don't just it only takes, bro. Like he just said, it only takes the devil for you to do this right here. You're distracted just that fast. Just you were going on your phone to get a word from God, but you got distracted because your gram was up. See, we think of it so simple as, you know what, I'm just gonna go here and look real quick, and then I'm gonna get on the Bible. You look real quick and you saw, dang, man, they doing good. Oh man, it's whatever. Or dang, he or she looking all right. And then, oh, I can't believe they did all that with all they doing. You getting distracted and you getting whispers in your ear. So now when you were supposed to be reading the Bible, you look up and see that 40 minutes that went by of you scrolling and you getting all these other whispers in your ear. Now you've led the wrong way. You didn't even get a word that you were supposed to get for what you were going there for. See, that's why these distractions are so easy, right? That's why you don't have to, like, it's so important that the distractions will lead you to other things. And that's what the devil wants to do in his first, those deeds we were talking about. He wants to distract. Bro, gotta move on to the second one. This is the one that got me, that I didn't even pay attention to till afterward. After the distractions went on, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I ain't in the Bible, man. The video is going crazy. Me and E talking, my wife talking to me, more talking to me. I'm getting words from like different places. Why these things keep coming back up? I started to notice that all these distractions that was going on, we wasn't putting out no podcasts. We wasn't making nothing. And I'm sitting here like, hold on. You telling me the devil wanted to delay what we was getting out? See, the devil he wants to delay in the weight game. He wants you to be stuck and whatever you was about to do, to delay it. And the crazy thing, let me tell you something about this. What I do and what we do is not for us. My blessings are not for me. My blessings are for someone else. See, the gift that God gave me of whatever, however this is, this thing that's inside of me, is for somebody. And when I get distracted and delayed, somebody missed the word that they were supposed to hear. So not only did I get distracted and I get delayed, and the devil won his 8% out of me, somebody else lost 50%. So my 8% turned to 50% for somebody else. See, I like how you went there, because I had to go look good because God gave it to me. See, this is how the devil working. If I could get 1% out of Jarmarcus as my glory, it's gonna turn to 10% for E, because he delayed with him too, because that's his partner. So now he feel like my brother is distracted and delayed. Now I'm not in the word with him, and now I'm not putting out the podcast. So that's 10% for him. 11% turns to 50% for somebody who come on the podcast every week to get a word or a blessing that they haven't heard all week. So now the devil's sitting up here like, oh, now I done got 51% of glory out of 1% that Jarmarcus left on the table, that delay that he left. See, it's greater than what you are. You got to remember, when Jesus found Simon, he was a fisherman. He took him out to the deep and he gave him all the fish. It was so much fish that he couldn't even get on his boat. He had to call some friends over. See, our blessings, God means to give that back to him so that we can pass it on. So in your weight game, don't get distracted or delayed, because somebody's about to eat off if you stay close to God and you stay in step and stay impatient with him. Yes, like my wife said, the overflow is going to spill out on somebody. It's going to directly touch somebody that's right there that needed it. If you can just stay strong and patient in that weight game. Woo, let's go, bro. Let's go.
Hey, it's something about that delay, man. Like, here's the great part about, right? My brother just gave you his side of the story, right? And his testimony, what he was going through. See, when you
it muted you, bro.
See, he wanted to come out. See, when you start being a vessel, man, in God,
starts giving you the power of discernment. And see, I didn't know what was ahead. And my sister, I didn't know what was ahead for them. I didn't know what was ahead for me. But see, I got a word to pray.
Yeah.
Right? When I prayed, I was praying on behalf of both of them. And literally the next few days, both of them got attacked. And I'm like, man, what is going on? Like, where this, like, it literally came out of left field. Right? Literally came out of left field, out of nowhere. And I'm like, yo, wait a minute. See, hot, open, and transparent moment. See, the enemy tried to whisper to me and say, hey, you might want to ask your boy if it really happened. I'm like, whoa. No. See, we ain't about to do none of that. No. See, what I'm about to speak to you, whatever this spirit is, I'm going to speak to you, and you're going to go back to where you came from, the pits of hell, because guess what God did with us? He left us authority. See, there was a delay when Jesus died. There was a delay, right? He took 3 days. That was a delay, right? But see, after the delay came power and authority.
Man, see, speak, bro.
The delay had to happen. See, that's the enemy thinking that, dang, they about to make a 92 on this test. No, sir. We did a study group, right? That's called we gonna pray. That's called, hey, sometimes you need a tutor when you can't pass the test. See, that's what your friends and your community is for. They're supposed to pray and intercede on your behalf. So this is what I'm gonna do. Since my brother and sister are distracted, see, the enemy ain't touched me yet. We're gonna get to mine. Mine came a couple days later. See, the enemy ain't have me distracted yet. The enemy is like, dang, see, I got your boy, and I got your homegirl. And what y'all thought y'all was gonna do? Nah, we ain't gonna have none of that. And I don't know about y'all, when somebody start talking disrespectful to you, and you just give them this look like, yo, you talking to me? Like, you can't be talking to me, bro. Like, you know who I am, bro? Like, I didn't come for you, so don't you come for me, type of thing, right? I think that's how they said on Housewives of Atlanta. I might have messed it up. Yeah, what sis said. Yeah. So, hey, I wasn't bothering you, man. I'm over here. We got this word that got to go out. So I had to come to my brother, and God gave me the word to go pray, and then He gave me the word to say, hey, break down what happened to Job. Said, okay. Man, what happened to Job? So Job got delayed too. See, Job started. The first thing happened to Job was what? Took out his money, right?
Took out his money.
Took his crops, right? Hey, Job, man, all your crops gone. You can't make no more money, bro. All right, cool. Job said, all right, cool. I'm gonna give it to God. I'm gonna go pray.
Hey, Joe, all your kids there, man. Now, for most of us, that delay right there,
take us completely out. But see, Job was like, hey, God, you got it. He attacked money, and then he attacked family, right? And then in the middle of this, his helpmate said, "Well, now let me slow it down." So then the next thing that happened to him was his health.
His health.
In the midst of that, his wife said, "Look, man, I don't know what you did, but you should just die." You might help. You don't supposed to tell me this, right? So now he didn't attack finances, he didn't attack family, now he didn't attack relationship. Now the last thing that can take you out is your health.
Yeah.
Now let's bring all that back. When Job got down on his health, who's gonna take care of him? His kids died. He had the money to pay for a doctor, and his helpmate said, "Just die." She don't even care. See, that's the design of the enemy. But see, the key part to the Job story is that God said, "You can do this, but don't take him out."
Yeah.
You miss your power. See, let me bring it back, because I don't think y'all understand. In your delay, you got power in your delay.
Yeah.
Your delay was supposed to happen. God allowed it to happen. The enemy don't get no 8%. The enemy don't get no 3%. Again, we are 100% believing God for what He do. So if you got distracted, you got delayed, it was all God. It was part of His ordered steps. Now we're gonna get to the part of where I was when all this was happening with my brother. So I done prayed on their behalf before it happened. I done came and talked to my brother and my sister, And then the enemy was like, oh, okay. So I thought you was just gonna chill and let it be what it was. But no, see, I gotta come mess with you. I gotta delay you now. And so he attacked me with my daughter. See, my kids are my heartstrings. It's God and then it's my kids, right? So my daughter calls me crying. And I can't stand to hear my daughter cry. I can't stand it. Especially when somebody is attacking her. Nah, man, you might as well look. I'm gonna be high, open, and transparent. I'm believing God and I'm following God, but look, I ain't all the way there. You test my kids is a problem. Right?
Yeah.
So he got my daughter calling me with some of the most hurtful thing I ever heard her say. And she was hurt from the things that happened to her. And I'm sitting here like, I'm frustrated. I'm pissed. Don't know what to do. But see, in the midst of when she was talking, God was like, hey, son, we already know how to beat this. Don't even worry about it. It's already taken care of. Yeah. See, the thing about provision, the thing about delay, there's provision in delay.
That's good.
See, God already worked out. God already worked out everything. The storm that's in your life right now, it's already worked out. See, that's what the enemy is distracting you from and delaying you from getting to the part where you're like, you know what? Man, this storm here, I already win. The delay is supposed to happen. Period. Allow it to happen.
Bro, like, man, you went right into the Job thing, man, and you broke down like how everything was ordered. And if y'all don't know, it's gonna be overtime. Hey, let me public servant announcement, overtime. Like, you had to know that, like, even with the Job story, man, everything that was happening to Job was ordered by God. And he broke it down a little bit. If you rearrange, and this is the part that we got a light bulb shine on us when we were talking, and it shined to me to be like, Jarmarcus, oh my God, this is the reason why these things were happening in your life and why I ordered them. Like Job, like he said, the money got taken, and then his kids got taken, and then his health and his health mate. See, God took them in that order so that at the end of it, Job only had one person to fall back on. God. Let's say he would have took his health first. Job would have had money to pay for it. He would have had family to help him through it. So who would he not cry to? God. God would have been the last one he went to. See, you got to understand when God is making moves in something in your life and storms are coming, some of these things are ordered so that he can like let you know that, hey, you need me, nothing else that you have. That job that you think you need, all that time you giving it, if I pull it away, what you falling back on? See, you got to understand God is going to go after to let you know who's the source. And you said something to NE about provision. While all these things were going on in my head, I was like, man, y'all better not come after this one thing that I'm trying to get. I'm telling you, if y'all try to shut this down, I'm telling you right now, y'all going to see the wrong side of me. And as that's my flesh talking, because I told you God does like how Job in the story of Job, he said, devil, yeah, you can go do this, but don't do that. You can go touch this, but you better not lay hands on that, because if you do, I got you. See, God is so powerful enough. He tells the enemy what to go do. And in my case, he was telling the enemy, yeah, go do this, because I want to see what he about to do. Go do this because I want to see if he going to pass this test and come back to me. But you bet not touch this, because this is something that I ordained or I created. Oh. See, you got a creative God. If you didn't know, God is creative, right? He created light. He created the heavens and earth. He created us. Yeah. He's creative. And that's what he blew into us. So we're creative. And if we create something that's godly given, like your marriage, like your kids, like anything that we create and God ordains it, he doesn't allow nothing to touch it without his word. Ooh, see, so while you sitting up here thinking, oh man, this better not happen just because it is, God is say, see, you worried about what I already got fixed, and you not even fixing the things I'm telling you to fix. All I need you to do is get in the word. All I need you to do is get in the closet and pray. And you worried about revenge. You don't need to be doing that. See, the table is already set for me and you worrying about who's showing up to watch us eat. You don't need to be doing that, right? I wanted to hop in another story, bro, that tied into delay real quick. There was a story about a widow, right? And the prophet Elijah, right? God told Elijah to go get some food from this widow. I'm not even gonna try to say the name of the series, Zarephath or whatever it's called. It's one of them, all right? Hey, if you got the Bible app, let it play and it'll come out. But Elijah told him to go get food from this widow, right? The widow, the crazy thing is God told the widow somebody's coming already. So she knew a prophet was gonna come ask her for food. Elijah knew he was going to have to find a widow to go ask for food. Elijah shows up. The widow is gathering. The Bible says, hey, bring, Elijah told her, and bring me a bite to eat. The widow said, but she said, I swear by the Lord your God, I don't have a single piece of bread in the house. And all I have is a handful of flour left in a jar, a little cooking oil in the bottom of a jug, and I was gathering a few sticks to cook this last meal, or my son and I would die. So I got to thinking, and I said, I got to Googling, what can you make out of flour, oil, and water and heat? Man, there was tons of bread she can make up out there. You can make pita bread, tortilla bread, white Wonder bread. She had everything in her hands already. We talked about how your blessing is not for you, it's for somebody else. She said, I don't have enough bread to feed you, but I got all these things, and it's so that me and my son won't die. See, the devil wants you to think that what you got in your hands is not enough to get you through with your wait time. See, he was about to delay her to be like, hey, I don't got what I need, so let me go find more ingredients so that I can feed you and me so that we can get this blessing. And God is saying, whoa, time out. I need you to Google what type of breads you can make with the little flour you got in this jar, the water that you can get from the river that you had, and the oil that you already got. See, I can use the ingredients that you got already. I can mix these things that you bring to me already, and I can make the bread of life for you already with what you got. But if you sit here and think that you don't got what you got and you need time to go get it, you're delaying what's already being done with what you already got. So don't let the devil delay what's already in your hands already. See, he already said it. You got the authority to pray that evil spirit away from you already. That's your flour. You already got the oil in you because that's what God blew in you, because he didn't rush when he was making you. And then you already got the fire and everything up in us because that's our worship, our prayer, our steadfastness already. You got the ingredients to make the bread of life in you, with you at all times. Don't let it delay, bro. Like, I had to hit that real quick, bro, because I highlighted it so long ago. Yeah. Bro, I want to talk about the last one, bro. The last thing we got, right? And I know we in overtime, but we got to get through this. The last one we got after he didn't delay, after he didn't distract, delayed, now he on destroy. He got you now. It's there. It's already time to destroy everything he got, right? So, bro, it took me to this. I highlighted this, and it took me to this story. And I'm gonna go through it real quick. Naaman, the story of Naaman, right? Naaman had to get healed in 2 Kings chapter 5. I asked everybody to go read that 1 through 15, right? So, real quick story about Naaman, bro. He was the king of the army. He had won victories. He had the status. He had fame. He had the ladies. He won victory. So his status was out. It was amazing. But Naaman also needed to be healed because he had leprosy. So he got leprosy, but he had status. Yeah. So everything in his life over here was good. And if you don't know what leprosy is, it's a skin disease when spots happen on you. So you get these random spots on your body. So he had everything good in his life, but he had these spots that wasn't good. I hope everybody catching on already. That's good. So that's good. You have all these things in and all these places in your life that are good, but you got these certain spots that's starting to show up. Oh, the job is great, but you got this spot in your marriage that's starting to show up. Oh, your friendships are good, but you got this spot of financials and lying and cheating and all these things in your life that are not good. How many of us are going through a Naaman right now, whose statuses are great, but we got these spots of leprosy showing up, these spots that need to be healed. And we unbalanced right now in this weight, right? And let me tell you what happened. So he had to get healed. And it brought me to this one point. Your status don't stop your suffering. I'm going to say that again.
Say that again, bro.
Your status don't stop your suffering.
Man.
Naaman was the man. Like the Bible says it. If you read it, he was the man. But it didn't stop that leprosy from coming up. It didn't stop it. So he had to go get healed. And when he got told what he needed to do, when they told him he needed to go wash himself 7 times in the river, he didn't want to do it. He said, I didn't expect this. I expect the God to come out, wave his wand, wave his whatever, and do what he needed to do so I can get healed. He wanted to rush the process. I'm not about to go wash myself in a river 7 times. You gave me a number. Why one not good enough if the river is so-called good? And then he questioned the river. So you told me this river, but aren't these other rivers the best rivers in Israel? Let me make it tangible for you. So you told me that I can go pray and go to church and go worship and all this, but I'm looking at this person doing this, and all they did was find another mate. All they did was get into another business. All they did was this and that. So why can't I go do that? Why y'all got to do what you do? And it's so crazy because his soldiers said something that was around him. His community said something. They said, if he told you to do something difficult, you would do it. So why, when something so easy as go washing yourself, why won't you do it?
Golly.
Hey, God only tells us, God tells us, all you got to do is seek me and you good to go. That's easy. We all played hide and seek before. 1, 2, 3, where y'all at? And go find them. But we didn't want to do it the difficult route. We don't want to go wash 7 times. I'm a hop in, up 2 times, dipped, I'm out. I should be good. And you missed it. And in this point, it didn't happen. But if Naaman wouldn't have finally just let God do what he needed to in his life, he would have been destroyed. Leprosy would have took over his entire body and he would have died. See, don't miss the part where if he didn't listen to God, those spots would have got bigger, 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 and his whole body would have been filled with spots. And he wouldn't have died, but guess what would have happened? And let me turn it tangible for you. He wouldn't have been able to be recognized by people that knew him.
Oh my God.
That's death.
That's good.
That's death right there. That's death.
Man.
That's death. You died.
That's good.
You're not recognized by no one. You've died. We've all been there. Think about when you've not been recognized by people in your life. Like me, when I didn't think my father recognized the relationship that we had. I felt like I died. When you're not recognized, when you don't feel important enough to people that's in the world, you feel like death is on you. So if he would have not listened and went and got washed when it was time, he would have been destroyed. So I'm telling you, in this weight game, if you don't do what God is telling you to do during this weight, you're going to get destroyed. He's going to destroy something in your life. If I would not have been obedient and not got the words from my wife and Ash and E and from my wife's uncle and these words that's coming on and I would ignore them, things in my life would have got destroyed. The marriage would have got destroyed. The podcast would have got destroyed. Friendships would have got destroyed. That 1% would have been a ripple effect. My kids would have felt all of that hate. People had come on a podcast. What happened? What's going on? Why they ain't coming back no more? This word got me through. Everything would have got destroyed. It's bigger than you in your weight game.
Man, that's so good, bro. Man, that's good. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Mine gonna be real short, man. Bro, you can't do it. Like in the distraction, in the wait. See the waiting when you sit and wait for something. It's just like a little kid. You tell a little kid wait, they get to get antsy. They get to jumping around, kicking their feet, twiddling their thumbs. Like they get to moving too much. And all you did was it's so simple. Just wait. If you wait, you'll get to the victory. You'll get to the prize. See, there was a test that was done, and they brought in these kids. I think they were the ages 4 to 7 or something like that. And they put some candy in front of the kid. They put like 1 or 2 pieces. Yeah. And they told the kid, hey, if you wait the time that we tell you to wait, you'll get more candy. All right. The kid was like, okay, do you understand? The kid was like, yeah. So some kids, you got some kids that was like looking around, don't nobody see me. They ate one of the candy and they come in and say, hey, did you eat the candy? Nah, I ain't eating the candy. See, that's you when God comes to you and say, hey, didn't I tell you not to touch that woman, have sex with that woman?
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you not to jump into that relationship? Didn't I tell you not to go to that, to take that job? And you like, what? I ain't do nothing. Everybody else did it. Why you getting on me?
Oh, that's good.
And see, there was another kid that sat there, and the kid didn't even last 2 minutes. They just ate all the candy. See, that's that you that's been waiting so long for this blessing that he was like, look, I just came out of this relationship. This guy seems okay. He done hit a couple checks mark. I'm gonna just get in a relationship with him. It's cool. He ain't like the other. At least he ain't as bad as the other person.
Oh man. Okay.
All right. So then you got this other kid, right? And this kid was like, okay, cool. So they left him in there with the candy, and they just looking at the candy. They looking around, trying to see who watching them. See, in the wait, there are gonna be people watching you, ain't gonna be trying to tell you where you should be at.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, you done been through all that stuff. You should be good. You gonna do this. You gonna do. Hey, don't even listen to that. That's a distraction. They're trying to delay you from your blessing, or they're gonna because all that added up to a destruction of your blessing.
Yeah.
Right? But see, this kid was like, you know what? I'm gonna just sit here because it makes sense to me. If I wait till they come back, I'm gonna get more candy. See, the wait was like 5-10 minutes to a kid, to an average kid. Find a kid that's 3 and 4 years old that'll sit there for 5 minutes. Right? The kid waited till it came back, and guess what happened? He got the treat. He got more candy, and he was happy.
Blessed.
See, it's something about when you truly wait on God for what you've been praying for, and even when the storm comes,
say it, bro.
Still praying and waiting on God.
Say it, bro.
And even when the time frame seems like your back is against the wall, when you feel like all hope is lost,
yeah,
it's something about that wait that when God opens that door, everything in your life is effortless. People see you elevate to new levels and they be like, man, I don't even understand how you got to this stature. I don't understand why you here at this spot. I don't understand. Like, I'm just watching your life and it's just so amazing. See, there's a saying, man, they tell you like, see, y'all see LeBron, y'all seen Jordan, y'all seen Kobe, y'all seen them win championships. But you didn't see them in the gym.
Yeah.
You didn't see them working out. You didn't see them going through the mental battles. See, Jordan was delayed before he got to 6 rings. LeBron was delayed before he got to 4 rings. Kobe was delayed before he got to 4 rings.
Yeah.
See, it's something about the weight that brings out greatness in you that everybody's going to celebrate you.
Man,
see,
say that
Jordan,
again.
When Jordan walks in a room, everybody knows Jordan. Woo! Kobe was to walk in a room, everybody knows Kobe. LeBron walks in a room, everybody knows LeBron James.
Man.
Everybody's going to know, insert your name when you wait on God.
That's good. That's it, bro. That was it, dog. Hey, listen, man. I pray for somebody who out there right now who is waiting and they feeling like I'm at my back's against the wall. I'm at my end. All I can do is tell you to wait another day. Go day by day and wait another day. Go day by day and wait. And then every day you waiting, get in your word, get in your secret place, go behind closed doors, go in nature, get away from everybody and call out to God, cry out to God, let him know that you're waiting. Romans 8:25 say, but if we look forward to something we don't have yet, we must wait patiently and confidently. If you're looking forward to it, let God know, hey, God, I'm telling you, I'm struggling, waiting on this, but I want to wait patiently. We all wake up every day with a wait, but you got to understand, man, Oh man, that was good, bro. I love that analogy you did with the kids, man. The door is gonna be open, bro. Talk. I have nothing else, bro. Man, this is good. Let's go. Woo.
Hey, have Thanksgiving in your heart in the wait, because we always tell y'all, man, and this is our Bible, you win in the end.
Mm.
Whatever you're waiting for, it is yours. God said so. Seek first the kingdom, man. Hey, Bro Talk, we're coming back next week with another one. God got a lot of work that he got to do, because there was a lot of mess that was stirred up in the spirit, in the atmosphere. And I'm telling y'all, hey man, y'all stick to this series. There is some healing coming out of this. There is some new word, new understanding. It's coming. I
Yeah.
know it. God got a word to get out. So hey, until next time, Bro Talk. We love y'all. Be blessed. Keep praying for us. We're gonna keep praying for you.
Yes, indeed.